Parents, when did you instantly regret trusting your child's friend? My son Jake begged me to let his friend Connor sleep over during spring break. Connor's parents were going through this absolutely messy divorce, and the kid seemed genuinely sweet, always polite, helped with dishes after dinner, called me Mrs. Patterson respectfully. I felt terrible for him watching his family fall apart, so I said yes without any hesitation. That Friday night, everything seemed completely normal. The boys were upstairs playing video games, laughing loudly, having what sounded like a great time. I made them pizza rolls around 10 p.m. and they seemed perfectly fine. Connor even thanked me twice enthusiastically and offered to clean up the entire kitchen himself. Around midnight, I'm downstairs watching Netflix and drinking wine when I hear this absolutely blood-curdling scream from upstairs. Not a playful gaming scream, pure, raw terror. I drop my wine glass, shattering it everywhere, and sprint up the stairs 3 at a time. I find Jake collapsed on the bathroom floor, face completely swollen and bruised, one eye sealed completely shut, barely conscious and moaning. Blood is splattered across the white tiles. Connor's standing over him, hands visibly shaking, frantically saying Jake slipped and hit his head hard on the porcelain sink. I'm in complete panic mode, calling 911 with trembling fingers, trying desperately to wake Jake up. Connor keeps repeating the exact same story. Jake got suddenly dizzy, fell backwards awkwardly, hit the sink with tremendous force. He's incredibly detailed about it, describes precisely how Jake stumbled, even mimics the sickening sound his head supposedly made. The paramedics arrive quickly, load Jake into the ambulance professionally. Connor rides with us to the hospital, holding Jake's hand tightly, crying what appear to be genuine tears. I actually comfort him during the ride, telling him accidents happen all the time. It's absolutely not his fault. At the emergency room, the doctor pulls me aside privately after reviewing the CT scan results. His face is extremely grim and concerned. Mrs. Patterson, this definitely wasn't an accidental fall. Someone deliberately hit your son repeatedly with a heavy blunt object. These are clear defensive wounds covering his arms. My entire world stops spinning. Jake's completely unconscious, can't tell me what actually happened. Connor's detailed story never wavers even slightly. Same precise details every single time anyone asks. The police interview him twice extensively, and he's remarkably convincing, crying, shaking uncontrollably, begging them to please help Jake recover. For 3 absolutely agonizing days, Jake remains in a medically induced coma. Connor's devastated parents even visit the hospital, bringing beautiful flowers, apologizing profusely for the terrible accident. I'm questioning absolutely everything, wondering if maybe the doctors are somehow wrong about their assessment. Thursday morning, Jake finally wakes up slowly. His first weak words are asking for water. After the doctors thoroughly check him over completely, I lean in close and whisper gently, "Honey, can you tell me what actually happened?" He looks genuinely confused, like he's struggling to remember clearly. Then he says quietly, "Mom, Connor wasn't even there when I fell." My blood turns to absolute ice. What do you mean he wasn't there? He went downstairs to get more soda from the kitchen fridge. I was completely alone in the bathroom when I got dizzy and slipped. I can barely breathe normally. If Connor wasn't there, how did he have such an incredibly detailed story about watching Jake fall? Why did he know exactly how everything happened? I call Detective Morrison immediately. Within 1 hour, they're aggressively re-interviewing Connor. This time, his previously solid story starts falling apart completely under intense pressure. Turns out Connor had been systematically stealing prescription pain pills from our medicine cabinet, leftover Percocet from my recent dental surgery. When Jake caught him red-handed stealing, Connor panicked completely and grabbed my husband's heavy golf trophy from the bathroom counter. He brutally beat Jake unconscious to keep him permanently quiet, then spent 20 careful minutes staging the entire scene to look like a believable accident. The detailed story he kept telling everyone, he practiced it repeatedly while Jake was bleeding unconscious on the floor. The kid I trusted completely to sleep in my house, eat my food, call me by name. He almost murdered my son to cover up stealing pills worth maybe $50 total. Connor's in juvenile detention, now facing serious assault charges. Jake's slowly recovering, but he has terrible nightmares. And me? I'll never trust anyone's story again without solid evidence.